Oh, jeez. Bees. Oh, I hate bees. Okay. Hopefully none came in the car with me. Hey. So, I'm going to head to Goodwill, drop off a bunch of... I'm going to head to Goodwill and drop off a bunch of clothes that I haven't worn in a long time and frankly never going to wear again. So someone else should be able to wear them, right? Okay, so here we go. Alright, let's go. What can we talk about today? Yeah, I'm gonna drop some Goodwill clothes off. That first vlog where I thought I was heading to a playoff game, my team's playoff game, I was actually wrong. It was the last game. It was the last game of the regular season for us, and oh geez, still getting used to this clutch. But I do have the Steeda spring on order, the clutch spring, so it should get a little smoother, hopefully. Yeah, so that first vlog I did, the first episode, I thought I was heading to a playoff game, but it was actually the last game of the regular season, and it turned out to be a really rough game. The other team, they just weren't happy. I put it on quiet. They just were not happy for whatever reason, and they took a lot of penalties. Unnecessary, man. I mean, we are currently the best team in the league with only one loss because only 5 players showed up that one game. But yeah, I guess that was their attempt to try to get into our heads. And we actually play them tonight in our second playoff game. We already won the first playoff game because it was an easy team. And yeah, we're playing this team now again, and I'm anticipating it getting pretty rough. And I actually, also in anticipation of the game, I went to the chiropractor because Saturday night was the first playoff game for both of my teams. I play on 2 teams, and it was a rough one. You know, playing 2 games in a night is just taxing on the body, especially when you're not in your 20s. So I had some neck stiffness, and it hurt for a little bit, but it wasn't actually hurting yesterday or today. It just was stiff. But even if I thought it was just a small thing or even went away, my chiropractor, the guy I sometimes go to, he always finds stuff. I don't know what it is. He'll push on a certain spot and oh yeah, that's stop that. So he found some spots. He said a rib was out of placement and one of my vertebrae, and all this stuff was out of alignment. And then he does all these fixes. It makes these little adjustments, makes some big adjustments, and afterwards I'm just feeling way better than I thought I would, because I didn't think I was doing too bad. I didn't think I had too many issues. Maybe a little neck stiffness. Holy moly, this guy does some impressive work. I don't know if he'd care or not, but I'll put his his office's info in the description if anyone needs some chiropractic work. My appointment at Ford still hasn't come up, so I'm waiting on that. I really want to get that splitter fixed, but I actually may just do the splitter myself now that I have the jacking rails installed. If you saw the last episode of the vlog, I installed jacking rails so I could do it myself, and I actually probably should, because I ordered some these parts from ZL1 add-ons, It's a website that sells some like Camaro and Mustang mods, parts, whatever. I ordered a set of washers for the screws that go under the splitter, and they're meant to, you know, sit lower than the splitter, so they protect the splitter if you happen to bottom out or go on a steep driveway or whatever. I've already scratched up my splitter a good amount, so I may eventually order a replacement just so it looks good. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's scratched underneath. It's not a big deal. I got those washers, and I'm gonna redo the splitter and install the washers as well to protect the screws. Actually, I think it's mainly protection for the screws. Like, the splitter is plastic, who cares, you can replace that. But the screws, if you start like stripping at those, then you're gonna have screw heads that don't work anymore. You can't stick the tool in them anymore. I think they're Allen head screws. So yeah, you want to be able to unscrew those eventually. I also ordered from the same website, ZL1 add-ons. I also ordered the front rock blocker things. There's these like little strips of plastic that just sit on the back of the wheel well and prevent rocks from jumping up and hitting the paint. You know, I plan to keep this car for a long time, so I would love it if the paint stayed pretty nice. Although I went on a date Friday night, and I was about to drop her off, or I was dropping her off, and I got on the freeway, and I wasn't even behind a car. There was a car in the front, like ahead of me, but in the lane to the right, and somehow a rock jumped up from their tires and hit the bottom right of the windshield, and kind of hit the paint too. It chipped the paint a little bit and cracked the bottom, like the very edge of the windshield. So I guess that's kind of lucky that it didn't crack the windshield, because I'd have to get a replacement already, but it did chip it a little bit, so that sucks. I may still do the paint correction and clear bra for the whole car, so I would just have them maybe touch that up before they put the stuff on, before they put the clear bra on. I don't know. It's expensive. I got two quotes for clear bra, and they were both above $6,000. And like one was $6,500. I don't think it would include a paint correction. And the other one was $8,000 or $8,250. That would include like a full-on clay barring, paint correction, all that good stuff. So I'm considering it. That's a lot of money. I'm starting a new job this Monday, so I've actually not been working the last month or so, just taking a break from work, and I'm trying to not spend so much money. Maybe like when I get the first couple of paychecks, I'll feel more comfortable about it. But yeah, that's a lot of money regardless. That's like another car. Speaking of that, actually, I was thinking of getting another car for commuting, because I mean, commuting in this, it's fun and all, but like that's a lot of unnecessary stupid miles to put on such a fun, nice track car. So I'm highly considering getting a beater to commute with. Looking at maybe like old Grand Cherokees, Jeep Grand Cherokees, old Toyota or Chevy trucks, or whatever kind of truck, Ford too. I'm not really particular with trucks, so I've never owned one. The closest to a truck that I've owned is either a Suburban, Chevy Suburban, or a Jeep Wrangler, which is not really a truck, but kind of looks like one if you squint. So yeah, I don't really care. I just want something I can like haul my hockey gear around in, and haul woodworking projects and that kind of thing, and not have to drive this to work. Something I don't care about you know, getting door dings, because I'm going to be parking in this huge parking garage that's in the same complex as my new job, and the parking spots seemed a little tight, so I'm gonna be constantly worried about people banging their doors into mine. I actually had a dream about it. I had a nightmare that I parked this car somewhere. I don't even remember where it was, but I parked it somewhere, and I was in the building wherever I was, but I could still see like someone opening their door and banging my car with it. That was crappy. That was a nightmare for sure. Okay, I'm at Goodwill. I'll be right back. So Goodwill says I have to wait like 15 minutes to give my donation because the truck is back there, whatever that means. I guess maybe they're unloading or loading up some of the other donations. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting patiently. Because I'm a patient guy. So I got some weather mats for my car. I thought you guys would like to see how they look when they're in and how to install the driver's side one, because it's a little different than the rest. I already took the OEM ones out, as you can see, but that's you can kind of see the rear over there too, and got a little Steeda thing here. Gonna try that out. The trunk, I gotta put the driver's side in, but that's the trunk. See, pretty good coverage, and I put the OEM mats underneath just to keep them there. The passenger side too looks good. I don't know about that big WeatherTech logo being there. I don't like the look of that, but whatever, I'll deal with it. So I leased that car, the Volt, 3 years ago for 3 years, and I've always had weather mats in it, and they're awesome. They're so easy to clean, and you don't have to worry about your OEM mats getting dirty, if that's something you worry about. I do. I don't know, I just like to keep the car in really good condition. Let me show you, or you can watch me do this. Ugh. Comes with these clips. They look like that. I guess you have to use toothpicks to remove them, but to install them, you just click them over. That's cool, with the Velcro side up. They should just snap into place, and they all actually look the same, so they're like mirror images of each other, which is handy. Let's try this out. There we go. Doesn't sit on there very tight, but it works. Like that. That's what I was doing. There we go. So simple. Okay, now let me put you, and you can see me putting in this thing. There, that was simple enough. It's in, and it's retained pretty decently, somewhat decently. It actually covers up some of that, which I'm not a huge fan of, some of the footrest there. But it's all right. I wonder if the gas pedal touches it. No, it has a stop beforehand. Yeah, I think that'll work. Sweet.